I'm Lucy Garner and this is my second year in Wiggle High Five. And this is my sister Grace Garner.
I'm Grace Garner and this is my first season riding for Wiggle High Five. And this is my sister Lucy Garner.
Our grandparents were both racing cyclists, and obviously Grace races and I race, and we've kind of been brought up around bikes. That's kind of all we know.
We're both like sprinter type riders, but I think we're different people, we're different riders, and I think I might look like I'm following in their footsteps, but I think we're both individuals, and it's just nice that we have the support of each other.
Before I moved to Holland, we were really competitive, actually, to the point where it was like everything that we did, it was like trying to beat each other. But since I've moved away, we are like best friends now, aren't we?
When I'm suffering, I think you like to keep pushing on.
It makes you better.
Okay. She's not soft on me.
I've been living in Holland for 4 years now, so it is very, very flat in Holland, and Grace was quite surprised. We were actually discussing the course for Ronde van Drenthe, and basically on the race map, it's just completely flat, and Grace was like, surely it's not that flat. And then we did the reckon, and she was like, yeah, it's really flat. We're going to be sort of helping Jolien, saving as much energy for her in the sprint.
It's a women's world tour, so really aggressive racing. Just the level of racing is just that little bit extra, because obviously there's a lot more to play for in the women's world tour. All the teams put in their best riders, so you can definitely feel the sort of extra pressure.
We don't really know how the race is going to go until we're actually in the race itself, because obviously the wind's going to play a massive part. If there's no wind, then it could be a massive bunch going into the finish, but if there is wind, then the race is going to be split to pieces.
There's about 7 cobble sections, 3 of them are pretty long actually, so they're going to be sort of the key points of the race. The main thing is communication and being around each other, trying to be at the front and making sure we don't miss any vital moments of the race. Jolien and Elisa, they really shout up and say move over, or make sure you're riding here, or they're just always giving tips. We have 3 times at the Vanberg, so that'll be tough, but it'll be good.
I think the climb itself isn't going to be the hardest part. It's just going to be getting into the climb, because the roads are so narrow that it's just going to be sort of fighting for that position and then holding it up the climb. I've seen Grace's pain face quite a lot recently, so
I just have a really bad suffering face. But it's nice, especially when it is a hard point in the race, or you're cold, or you need food or water, then I know that I can ask Lucy. And then also when there's been a crash, I always see Lucy looking. You always look for your teammates anyway, but I think as well, having your sister there, you've got that extra support.
It pushes me on knowing that you're also there. We've got Jolien, and she won here 2 years ago. It doesn't really matter for her if it comes in a big group, a small group, she can sprint whatever. Elisa's obviously in the leader's jersey, so that's, really big and exciting for the team. So I think she's going to want to try and obviously defend that jersey. And I think at the moment she's one of the best riders in the peloton. She's really strong at the moment. So I think, especially if it's going to be windy, she's going to be, the one in the first group and really pushing the attacks and, trying to get to the finish in a smaller group or alone. It's really nice to be in a team with those riders. You have to sort of make those steps and sacrifice your own chances to help others, but then in the future that they'll do the same for you.
It's just amazing to sort of absorb all their experience and build towards being a better rider in the future.
The team was working very well. I was the one who missed the last beat, so I take everything on my shoulder today. The Garner sisters were really good. Their task was to help the team in the first part of the race, especially going into the cobbles and covering all the attacks at the beginning of the race, and they did an amazing job.
We've gelled really well actually as a team. It's just sort of nice to share the victories. Obviously together we have bad days, you have good days, and I think it's really nice to go through it with everyone. we're just really proud of each other, and just obviously it's nice that someone's always got your back.